Hello. Welcome to our first video about some sites that are worth giving a visit in every country in the world. I'm not really sure where to start, so I'm gonna start alphabetically with Afghanistan. Let's begin with Ibrahim Khan Sanjarani Fort, near Zaran on the Iranian border, semi-ruins of an old fortress. Nearby we have the similar historical citadels in Nimruz being the province this lies in. Otherwise, this southern area of Afghanistan is very deserty and empty. Kala-e-Post is a fort near Lashkargah, and it is believed to be built around 3000 years ago. Next is the city of Kandahar, which has the mausoleum of Mirwais Hotak, who was an Afghan ruler around the year 1700. There is another mausoleum, but this time not Mirwais Hotak, but Ahmad Shah Durrani. Right next to that, we have Kharka Sharif. Inside is a cloak believed to be worn by the Prophet Muhammad. This building also shows the architecture of religious locations in Afghanistan, which is a thing quite specific to this country. You can also go to China in Afghanistan. Next to China is the city of Ghazni, and it has this cool castle, which probably looked like this at some point. 70 kilometers east is a similar looking structure, a fortress in Gardez. Then there is this cool looking mosque in Khost, not far from the Pakistani border. There is the Alishan historical fort. Yeah, I think you can see the trend here. They have a lot of old castles. But now we have reached the capital, Kabul. Here we can actually see some other things than old castles. Like for example this old castle in central Kabul and this old castle called Balahisar. No, but there's a zoo here in Kabul, a water park, so you can actually bring your swimming shorts, not what you might have expected in a very dry landlocked country. Moving on, we have the Presidential Palace, a grand building, the Darul Aman Palace, as well as the Taj Beg Palace ruins next door. We also have the Grand Mosque of Kabul, looks pretty cool. The Babur Garden in the south of the city, sitting next to a mountain. And I would probably recommend to climb this mountain for a good view of the whole city. Oh, and there's something called the Kabul Tank Graveyard with a bunch of tanks. Okay, now moving on from Kabul, this dam makes for a really cool view, and I think it's called Band-e-Shah Va'arus, however I can't read the Arabic script. By the way, it was really hard to find interesting places because it is, as there are just a bunch of places in Farsi I was clicking through hoping to find something cool. We also have this cool alpine looking lake close to Havant Peak. Moving north, a very mountainous area begins which makes for a lot of stunning views. Like look at this place north of Jalalabad. We have Nuristan National Park, this very cool looking place deep in the mountains, and the Wakhan National Park in Afghan Panhandle. Just to be clear, almost all of Afghanistan is mountainous, but the northeast has the real big peaks. Now westwards, this is where a lot of the jewels of Afghanistan are located. First off, Shah-e-Zuhak, another fortress ruin. And the first of two UNESCO heritage sites in Afghanistan is what used to be the Buddha statues in Bamiyan. However, these were sadly destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. So this place, which I'd say would be the #1 location in Afghanistan, just doesn't exist anymore. Staying in Bamiyan, there are many old ruins and historical sites here, which are all part of the UNESCO site. Continuing west, Ban-e-Amir is another incredibly popular place, a breathtaking lake among the rigid terrain of Afghanistan. The second UNESCO World Heritage Site is the Minaret of Jam, just standing here. Next is the city of Herat, hosting this beautiful citadel, to not use the word castle again. We have the Herat Central Blue Mosque with the cool architecture, and the tomb of Sultan Agha in this cool building. There is the Shah-e-Mashhad Madrasa, some ruins. By the way, a lot of this stuff is just in the middle of nowhere, not even considering Afghanistan by itself is hard for most people to get into, but I'm just here showing cool stuff, so you figure that out. Suddenly fields of flowers and greenery can be found next to the border with Turkmenistan. However, the sandstone mountains still persist here. The Afghan Turk Mosque, which looks incredible, is located in Shebergan. In the north is the town of Balkh, with the Green Mosque and the ancient wall of Balkh. And finally, the stunning holy shrine of Hazrat Ali, along with the mosque of Rawza-e-Sharif right next to it, which are located in the center of Mazar-e-Sharif. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've now seen some stuff you want to visit. Bye bye.